What's up? What's good? What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Wando's World. That's new. I'm doing that from now on. I don't give a. I'm doing that from now on. I don't give a. I said I'm doing that from now on. I don't give a. Alright, so today's video is gonna be a two-parter. The first part. Now we're gonna talk about the first part next. Second part. We're trying the best cheesesteak in Miami. I gotta drive almost an hour there to get it, but that's besides the point. The first part of this video is gonna be basically why you need a Nissan 370Z. Exactly. So let's say you in high school, right? And you trying to convince your mama or your daddy to help you get a Nissan Z. You trying to convince your granny or your grandpa to help you get a Nissan Z. You've been looking at it like, oh my God, I want that car. I've been seeing them on the street. They look so nice. I want that. This is for you. Send this to them. They need to know why you need one. Not want one, why you need one. Alright, so we actually gonna be driving to like a self car wash because my car is kind of dirty. I just did a freaking road trip in it, which is one of the pros, by the way. Foreshadowing. And we're gonna get this clean. And while we get there, I also discovered one of my original accessory kits, which had that in it. So we lit. Just like that, we are set up. Hopefully the sound quality is good. It don't even matter if the sound quality is bad or good. Frig it. And by the way, while I am driving at red lights, because you gotta drive safely, red lights and stoplights only, I got me a good list of pros and cons. So it's gonna be very informative. So next red light, next stop sign, we going over the list. Man, I love this car, man. Now, most likely you want the vehicle because you see it go fast and it look nice, and you might be thinking that's a con if I'm a parent. Wrong! It's a pro. Let me tell you how many situations I got out of, how many accidents I avoided because I was just faster. And by the way, I live in Florida. People don't know how to drive over here for some reason. They don't know how to merge in lanes. So you need the speed to maneuver. And that's another pro alongside speed. It's how the size of the car, it allows you to maneuver swiggity swooted through traffic. That might be a con that is not. It's a pro. Because just because you got a small car don't mean you could drive like a dumbass. And if you're driving like a dumbass because you got a small and nice car, then you're just a dumbass. Not everybody drives like that, so that's definitely a pro. Alright, we're gonna go back and forth on this one. We ain't gonna go pro, and then con. We can go back and forth with the pro and con. Alright, now with the swerving and maneuvering, obviously since you drive a sports car, them cops gonna be looking at your ass. They gonna be looking at you. You gonna be a meal ticket for them. They see you driving this mug and you going 5 miles over the speed limit, chances are you're gonna get your ass pulled over. It's just what it is. I've only got to pull over one time, and it was warranted. Allegedly, it was allegedly warranted. Anyways, back to the cop man thing. You gotta be careful because they look at your car, and like I said before, they wanna find any reason to pull you over. Tints, they'll get your ass. They're trying to get people for illegal exhaust, but there's no emissions in the state of Florida. There's a sound ordinance, but it's not that deep. You can probably get out of that. But speeding definitely is one of the big things that they will get you for. So if you can find some type of system to install in your vehicle to avoid that, then I'd say you definitely should. Since we are on the topic of cops, this vehicle does have a lot of hidden components in here. Not only do you have a glove box and the center console, but you also have some extra little hidden compartments behind the seats. And you also do have the ability to install some other hidden compartments where there is empty space in the car. Allegedly. Hidden compartments might be a pro, but storage space is one of the cons. It is a sports car, a two-seater sports car, so you barely have a trunk in there. The most you can fit in there is two medium-sized suitcases. So, which I did when I was on a road trip in the car, so it wasn't a big deal for me. But if you have a passenger with you and you're getting groceries, not a good idea. You can't put that many groceries in this car. So when I go grocery shopping, I most likely don't have a passenger with me because there's not that much space to put a whole bunch of stuff in there. Like 1 or 2 items, perfectly fine. 1 or 2 bags, perfectly fine. More than that, you're kind of screwed. Another good thing about this car is that it does come in 3 separate trim levels, so you don't gotta be going crazy as if you had a BMW trying to figure out which one do you want and is it worth the price. You got the base model, you got the sport trim, and then you got the Nismo version. I'm currently in the sport trim, the sport tech to be specific, so I do have navigation and a Bluetooth radio from factory. The sport trim also allows you to get a manual transmission with rev match. You get better wheels, you get a limited slip differential, so if you want to be going sideways, it's easier for you to go sideways. Who doesn't want to go sideways? On top of that, you do get they call them Brembo brakes, front and rear, but they're Akibonos. So you get the dual pistons in the back, and you get the 4 pistons in the front, which the stopping power, immaculate. Also, that should be under safety, but that's besides the point. The stopping power, great. While we're on safety, there is a con, a small con, but it can be a big one. Visibility. The rear view mirrors in this vehicle, they're good, but obviously they're not good for checking your blind spots. In your blind spot windows, they're the tiniest triangles that you can barely see out of, which aren't the best. So I do find myself having to turn my neck to check my blind spots. You can put like a blind spot mirror on your actual rear view mirrors, but I don't because my car has heated mirrors, so I wouldn't want that residue to be on my mirror and potentially damage something. So that's the reason I don't have that installed on my car specifically. Okay, we have arrived to the car wash. So what I'm most likely going to do is a little voiceover team mixed with clips. Washing the car. Beautiful car. Hi. now that we're all nice and cleaned up, it's time to go into a couple of more pros and cons. Alright, this angle is too high. I need a lower angle so you can see my hands move. Ooh, type shit. Fucking kung fu with it, nigga. Alright, so next pro is the customization. The amount of body kits, the amount of wheels that you could put on these cars, absolutely insane. And that's just cosmetics. This car looks nice in wraps. This car looks nice bagged. It looks nice static. It looks nice. If you don't know what bagged and static is, it's suspension. Don't worry about it. It looks nice stock, motherfucker. It looks nice stock. My car is mainly stock, and it looks amazing in my opinion. Now, am I gonna put stuff on it to make it look better? Eventually I will. Eventually. And the customization doesn't even stop at the body. You got so many engine variation customizations that you can do when it comes to piping. They have plumbing in different colors. You have, obviously you can change colors and stuff with powder coating and stuff like that. But you can literally buy colored kits off of Z1, which leads me to another positive. This engine is amazing. You can boost it. Naturally aspirated, the max you're probably gonna get is like 400 horsepower. But if you're doing legal stuff on the street, what do you need more than 400 horsepower for, huh? You're trying to convince your people that you need this car. So none of that craziness, all right? Unfortunately, talking about craziness, insurance. If you're a young person and you don't really have a clean driving record, or you don't have a driving record at all, and the vehicle is going to be under your name, under your insurance, then your insurance is probably going to be high. Me personally, I'm a driving ass dude. I be driving good. My insurance isn't that high. Ever since I got the vehicle, it hasn't been that high, to be honest. But anyways, those are two things. Back to the horsepower. This car can get turbocharged, it can get supercharged. You most likely are going to see supercharged because the supercharger kits are easier to get your hands on and easier to install, to be honest. But this vehicle, you can tune it. The tuning options in this vehicle are endless. You can get flame maps if you like that. I don't like that kind of stuff. If I'm going to tune my car, I want it to go faster, not to shoot flames and waste my damn gas, which is another con. This vehicle takes premium gas and premium gas only, unless you tune it to take E85, which is amazing. There's not that many E85 stations by me, but gas is going to be expensive. If you don't plan on spending, no, let me rephrase that. If you're not used to putting high quality fuel in your vehicle, then you're going to be forced to get used to it. All right, currently on a long road, so I could probably talk. And never mind, here comes the stoplight. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so pro number 2. It's not even pro number 2. More pro. That doesn't make sense. More pros. All right. For one, this vehicle is very easy to repair. Let me rephrase that. If you have simple tools, you will be able to repair this vehicle quite easily. The most advanced tool you might need is obviously, not advanced. Let's go basics. The only thing you'll need to repair this vehicle, jack, some hand tools, obviously something to take the rims and wheels off. Let's say something like an impact gun. You could have an electric impact gun, or you could just use the breaker bar. But if you have those tools, you can repair 80% of the stuff on this vehicle. But the one thing that is a pain to repair on this vehicle is the slave cylinder, which is located, you have to take the transmission off to get access to it, which is not something that's easy or fun to do in your driveway or garage, it's a pain. But that leads me to another positive. The forum support on these vehicles since they've been on the road so long is amazing. Almost every single problem has been discovered, as far as if you, let's say for instance, it feels weird, it's making a weird sound. 9 times out of 10, if you look it up on a forum, somebody experienced that same thing and have the perfect fix and ways to verify if you fixed it right, which is obviously amazing. But if you're not handy, that could be a con, because dealerships will tax you to repair this vehicle, and they will recommend you unnecessary shit, like they did to me when my slave cylinder went out and I was out of town. So I couldn't just put it up on my shop and get it fixed. I had to go to a different shop to get it fixed, and they wanted to charge me $2,000 to replace the slave cylinder and the master cylinder. At that time, I already knew that it's the slave cylinder that I was wrong, so they wouldn't let me pay to get only the slave cylinder done. They wanted to charge me to diagnose the vehicle. They wanted to charge me to drop the transmission. They wanted to charge me to do the slave cylinder and master cylinder, when I know for damn sure it didn't need both of that. But ended up going to a reputable friend who did it for $600 in the area. So if you don't know what you're doing as far as repairs, be cautious, because people will try to gain one over on you since it's a sports car. But just do your research, and it helps if you're actually a mechanic, such as me, myself, so shit like that, very important. The final pro and the final reason why this car is amazing and you should 100% get one is they're easy to find, and you can get one for a reasonable price. Junkyards are filled with wrecked ones because people be driving, and you can easily get replacement parts as well. Those are low-key 2 pros in 1, so let me balance that out with a con. It is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, so if you aren't up on your maintenance, by maintenance I mean tires, if you don't have good tires on your car, you will feel it. And if you're driving in the rain, you will hydroplane quite easily. I hydroplaned in this car like 2 or 3 times, but as I said, I'm a driver, I know what to do. Just let off the gas, feel where the car wants to go, and respond. So, but that's easily avoidable by having good tires, and also don't aggressively downshift in the rain. The amount of people that I've seen clutch kick on accident in the rain, they let off the clutch and their car is sideways in the ditch, is insane. So as long as you know how to drive your vehicle, then you should be all right. Back to the pricing of the vehicles. You can find one for about, if you want a good one, you're paying about $15,000 and more. If you want one that's been slightly ran through, might be a project, you can get one for about $10,000, but $15,000 and more is usually the price range that you can find a decent one. The one I'm driving, I got with 60,000 miles on it, and right now I put another 60,000 miles on it. This motherfucker has 123,000 miles, and I got mine for about $13K. But that was in 2021, I believe. Yeah, I think that was 2021. I've been driving it for 4 years. So, motherfucker, I've been driving this car for 4 years. You better listen to me. This shit's amazing. Go Go get one. Damn. Those are a couple of reasons why you should get a Nissan 370Z. And those aren't even all the reasons, to be honest. There's so much more that I could talk about from my experience with this beautiful machine. AKA, this one's named Bertha, by the way. Her name's Bertha. She's not just any machine. She's the machine. Just so you know. Anyways, I could talk about this car for probably an hour. I could talk about this car for an hour long. So, let's go get that damn cheesesteak that I'm currently 30 minutes away from. This shit better slap. That's all I know. Alright, now let's get into the second half of this video, which is the cheesesteak portion. And all I know is this mug better be good, because this mug was $19. And they charged me $2.50 for 2 of these. 2 of these for $2.50 is crazy. Fucking Miami, bro. Anyways. Damn, they got the motherfucker wrapped up, way. It's smelling right. Ooh. Ooh. See that? Look at that. It look messier than the mug. Let me get half. Is it cut in half? Ah, it's cut in half. Let me get half of this real quick. Oh damn, this is what it's looking like. My mouth is watering. I gotta bite it, man. I gotta get one more bite. What the fuck am I gonna do? Alright, one more bite with the damn $2.50 pepper. Some bullshit. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good pepper. You know what? I'm gonna just finish it and then I'm gonna review it afterwards.
A few moments later.
Golly. Water break. Water break. I done ate the bitch already. Water. That shit was good. Golly. Only complaint, the bread was a little soggy. I ordered it to go, and I was already here when I ordered it, so time, that's not the problem. The bread was a little chewy. My jaw was hurting a little bit at the end of it. Just a little bit. Meat well seasoned, cheese cheesing, onions complemented it very nicely. The sesame seed roll, bun, baguette, whatever you want to call it, good. It added a level of texture to it. The pepper, even though that motherfucker was $2.50 for 2 of them, that shit was good. I'm not gonna lie. It had a nice kick to it. It had like a pickling sensation to it. And it's not too hot to where your mouth is burning. I can still feel the tingling, but that mug was good. $19 for that by itself though? Hell no. I'm still kind of hungry, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, I forgot the name of the place. What's the name of this place, man? Let me see. Pepe's Pizza in Miami. I'd say give it a try. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was good. Like a solid 8 out of 10 when it goes for overall flavor, price, and availability. In my case, if this mug was closer to me and if it was a couple of dollars less, it'd probably be a 9.5, to be honest. That's about it. And if you think I'm over exaggerating about availability, this is my route back home. Traffic. And how long that mug say? 55 minutes. That's ridiculous. I'm not driving all the way over here for a $19 cheesesteak. 55 minutes? No, I take it back. I am not hungry still. I was just being greedy. The bread has started to hit my gut and has started to bloom with the fluids. So I'm not hungry anymore. That's very dangerous. So that is that. Those are some reasons why you need a 370Z. And you should go eat your cheesesteak as well. That's about it. If this video wasn't convincing enough, let me know. I got more reasons, thousands, hundreds, 100,000. Not that's a lot. I could make up shit. Anyways, hope you enjoy the video. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more episodes. The season finale is coming up. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the season finale. I don't know. Anyways, peace.